In St. Peter Port, Guernsey, is the Victoria Tower. On the site of the Victoria Tower was a prehistoric dolmen. Then in 1555 the dolmen was destroyed and a windmill was built here. Then in 1846 Queen Victoria and Prince Albert visited Guernsey, the first time a reigning monarch had visited Guernsey. It was then decided to build a tower to commemorate the visit, and in 1848 the windmill was demolished and the 100-foot-high Victoria Tower was built. From the top of the tower many local historic landmarks as well as the other Channel Islands can be seen, so let's go up and have a look. As we go in through the thick wooden door, there is a short corridor and a very narrow stone spiral stairway on the left. Follow the steps up to the first floor, then up to the second floor, and then up to the third floor, where we are greeted by this wonderful complicated wooden staircase. These stairs take you up to the viewing area. Outside we can look at the top of the tower close up. Below the tower to the north is Guernsey's fire station. This building was built in 1850 to house soldiers of the Guernsey militia, Guernsey's own army, and in 1935 it was turned into the fire station. Further to the north is Alderney, the most northerly of the Channel Islands. We can also see St. Sampson's, Guernsey's second town. The power station with its large chimneys, Vale Mill, a 69-foot-high windmill which had 4 shuttered sails and was built in 1850. It produced flour until 1940 when the Germans built a concrete observation post on top. The blue swimming flumes and orange panels of Guernsey's Beausejour Leisure Centre. This is the view to the west. And the gardens below the tower. The view to the south, showing some of St. Peter Port, Guernsey's capital and main town. The best views of all are to the east. This car park was where the Odeon Cinema was. It was Guernsey's first cinema, built in 1937 in an Art Deco style. It was originally called the Regal and was renamed the Odeon Cinema in 1948. It closed in 1980 and was then demolished, much to the horror of many local people. St. Peter Port Harbour is clearly visible. There's been a harbour here since 1294, albeit much smaller. The larger harbour we see today was mainly built in the late 1800s. And this is Candy Cemetery. Opened in 1831, it is the resting place of the 19th century upper classes. It is also the kind of place you will end up in if you fall off the tower. Elizabeth College is a large private school which was built in 1826. In the distance is Jersey, the most southerly of the Channel Islands. St. James was built in 1818 as a church. It was left derelict for 11 years from 1970 and is now a concert hall. Castle Cornet was a small castle when it was built between 1206 and 1256, but was rebuilt to the much larger size we see today between 1545 and 1548 and defended St. Peter Port against invasion. You can also see the other Channel Islands of Sark, Jethou and Herm. Out in the area of water known as the Little Russell is Brayon Tower. This was built in 1856 and housed 35 Guernsey militiamen and 5 cannons and defended St. Peter Port Harbour against French invasion at the time. And on the horizon is the coast of France on the Cherbourg Peninsula.